Hello, and welcome to another Nerd Uprising reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at Arkham Asylum Serious House on Serious Earth, written by Grant Morrison, I believe. Now then, Serious House on Serious Earth, Arkham Asylum. As you all know, the game Batman Arkham Asylum was loosely based on this graphic novel. I am personally reviewing the 15th anniversary edition, which comes with the original script and some of the original artwork for the story, and more of an explanation to some things within the story. Now, this I would class as not your classic Batman tale. It's more of a horror story, and considering the artwork, it will probably scare younger readers. So I wouldn't recommend giving this to anybody under the age of 16 years old, 15 at a push. It's got very mature content, and I don't advise that you let anybody under that age read it. Anyway, other than that, I think this book is a wonderful interpretation of the Batman universe through a very realistic point of view when you're looking in psychology terms and stuff. Now, the story of Arkham Asylum, Serious House on Serious Earth, is that the Batman has been called by Jim Gordon via bat signal to the top of the police department, and he's told him that somehow the Arkham inmates have escaped their cells. Oh, again, we know, but this time they're not leaving Arkham Asylum. They're staying there, and Batman is told by Gordon that the Joker and the other inmates that have escaped, being led by the Joker, have requested the Batman, and they want him to go there. He's not sure what for, but Batman goes there, and he gets there, and he's greeted by the Joker at the front entrance, and he's told that they basically want a game of hide and seek. They basically want him to run off into the distance and find out why they escaped, and they're going to come looking for him. And it's got many Batman villains in there, all the favourites. It's got the Joker, Two-Face, I believe Clayface is in there, Killer Croc, Scarecrow. It's top 5 people in there. Really, really good. And that's the essential gist of the story, but also the interesting thing is that they look into and explore the history of Arkham Asylum itself, back when it wasn't just an asylum, but it was actually a household where the Arkham family lived, and it focuses on the younger child to start with, Amadeus Arkham, and we see him grow up and gain a family, and his journey throughout, and how he goes from being a very what's the word I can use here? Amadeus is very curious about his house, but he feels drawn to it, and later on you find out why. No spoilers. But I personally, that was my favourite bit of this book, was seeing the history of the house, and it just adds so much more to other Arkham storylines throughout comics in the Batman universe. The artwork in this book is it's different. It's very, very different. But I think it's phenomenal the way that it's painted. It's all painted. It's not any excuse me, I can't remember the name of the artist, and I don't have the comic book at hand. I've borrowed it to a friend of mine, but I'll have to look it up and put it in the description because it's fantastic. It looks like somebody's painted onto canvas and put it straight onto the page, and especially the way the Joker is drawn in this. He looks like a really murderous clown. Horrific stuff. And another interesting fact about this movie, about this comic book, is that we don't see the Batman's face. You see his nose, you see his lips and his teeth. I think you see his eye at one point, but you never see the full Batman. He's just this mysterious figure through the night, and you get to see his psychological side to Batman, and how he copes being locked in this house. And it's questionable. He questions himself a lot. Is it the inmates that are crazy? Is it the outside world that's going insane? Or is it himself that is actually turning in to something? And visually, there's some weird stuff in this book, man. Some very weird stuff. No spoilers, but I wouldn't call this a spoiler. But there's one point where Batman self-harms, talking about his parents, and it's things like that, and it's fantastic. Yeah, terrifying. But I do enjoy the different look, and much. People say Batman is dark, but you don't know the darkness that a Batman story can go to until you have read Arkham Asylum, A Serious House on Serious Earth. It's fantastic, phenomenal, and I like the look of also the villains throughout it. I thought Scarecrow, he didn't have much of a part in it at all, but I like the eeriness, and I could almost, there's one shot, and if you've read it you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, look for it. There's one shot of the Scarecrow and his pitchfork, and you can almost just tell what that sound would be like if there was sound, if there was some special button where you could click for audio, well then you could tell what kind of sound that would be, and it's very eerie, and yeah, very strange. But overall, this book is very good. You get to just see Batman and his psychological struggles throughout Arkham Asylum, and also looking into the past and how it ties in. Well, I'm gonna give this book a 4 out of 5 stars, only because I don't know if it's that good, it's just how much I enjoyed it. I think it was fantastic, and well, subscribe and thumbs up, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Thank you. This has been another Uprising Reviews, and watch the next video. Thank you. Goodbye.